Welcome, Gordon Mann, here at the South Point Arena as for a D3 Hoops Classic conversation with Reeya Patel of the Amherst Mammoths. Reeya, first off, before we talk about the season, congratulations on the win over Montclair State. They got all the way back to even. It was close, and then it wasn't. You guys went on a 10-0 run, and it felt like in about 20 seconds you extended the lead back out. Talk a little bit about that spurt. You had 7 points over that run that put the game away.
I feel like it was we knew it was a close game. They were scoring, we were scoring. It was a back and forth battle, and then something clicked for us, and we just knew that this is a time some teams crack, some teams don't, and this is where we prove that we don't crack under pressure. And we went on a run. We were having fun. We were smiling, getting the ball up the court. It was a team effort on the defensive end and the offensive end, and I feel like that's what made the difference for us. So, yeah.
So it was tied. Vera hits the three. You're up 3, and then you come down, and nobody picks you up. Did you know the moment you started, all right, I'm going all the way to the rim, or is it just something you saw as the play developed? I
mean, I grabbed the rebound, was looking up the floor, didn't see anyone really, and then saw the defense wasn't really paying attention. Not really paying attention, they were worried about everyone else on the court. Yeah. And so I just saw that I had an opening as I was bringing the ball up and got to the rim.
Well, we got to see your versatility, because then the next possession you come down and you hit the 3. Now I've watched you play over the year plus, so I know you're a good outside shooter. You got to a spot you liked there, and then Enling finds you.
Yep, yeah, we saw that there was a little they switched on defense, and so she got it to me, and then I saw I was a little open, so I shot it. It went in.
Last year, Amherst once again in the national semifinals, 8th trip to the national semifinals since Coach Gromacki's been here. We were looking at the box score. There's something like 130 minutes worth of game time from Amherst that's not back. Players that graduated. So this might be an obvious question, but what's the difference between this year's team and last year's team?
I feel like we have a lot of talent and just young, fresh legs. So putting those pieces together, we had a lot of leadership last year with 5 seniors, and so this year graduating all 5 seniors, having no seniors this year, I feel like it's been a different, we've had to step up, especially as juniors, but the underclassmen have also stepped up because they know that when they come on the court, they need to play with that level of intensity that the seniors that we lost were playing with last year.
Talk to me a little bit about your journey from Saline, Michigan. Did I say that right?
Yep,
okay.
Michigan.
Where you were a river rat. That was your mascot. And you've graded up from a rat to an elephant.
But mammoth.
A mammoth. Sorry, that's right. Wrong school. Talk to me about your trip from the Great Lakes to Massachusetts.
I feel like on my visit, I didn't really know much about Amherst besides it was a great school for academics and athletics. You see them making it to the national championship, competing at that level, right. And so you know that they're have both athletics and academics, and it's a great balance, especially at the D3 level.
Right.
And so when they reached out, I had a Coach Christian. He was actually from Michigan. He was the one mainly in contact with me. I was talking to Coach GP, and so I went out, visited, loved the place, beautiful views out there, and I couldn't complain. It's a perfect place for me to be, where I can challenge myself on the court and in the classroom.
Now, I think you probably made the decision right as the world was changing, right? And then, so what was your first season like there? Your first season, your freshman year?
So my freshman year, we were actually in a bubble, so we couldn't leave the bubble, and we would get tested 3 times a week. It was very non-college experience. Practices, we didn't really have much. Not the whole team was on campus. And so the first semester, we only had the 3 juniors now on campus, so it was just the 3 of us doing drills and stuff like that as much as we could. And then the second semester, we had 2 seniors last year, so they graduated, who were also on campus, so it was 5 of us. Yeah. And then so last year when we got on campus, for my first year, but sophomore year, it was 7 players who had never played a college basketball game and 5 seniors who got their season cut short. Yeah. So it was a little balance, but the seniors at the time handled it amazingly and made sure we were on the same page as we started the season.
How does it feel to be the veteran with 33 games of college experience? You're the most senior player on the team.
It can be terrifying at times. Just like I said, I went from being technically a freshman last year to now having the most experience, or one of the most experienced on the court. So I feel like it can be terrifying, but I mean, I've learned from other people, just the people who have played before me, people I've played with, that leadership just comes in, and you just have to step up to the plate, and that's what hopefully I'm doing for the team.
Last two questions for you. First one, Coach Gramacki has brought the team out here, and you guys are headed west. You're going to California after this for the traditional games against the two SCIAC teams. What are you going to do before you get? Are you going to get a chance to do anything before you head west?
Yeah, so we'll play tomorrow. We're actually headed into downtown after the game. We'll get ready, headed into downtown, which will be nice to just check out the area. You don't see much of this on the west or east coast right now with all the snow over there, but and then we'll travel after tomorrow to California, have a little off day, get to do whatever we want, just check out the area, and then we're back playing another 2 games, and then we're headed back to the east.
And the last question for you. What are you studying at Amherst? I saw from what I read, I did a little bit of reading, and it said you were thinking about something in medicine. Is that what you went into? Or
Yep.
you're going into?
Yeah, so I'm a chemistry major on the pre-PA. I wanted to do something in the hospital setting.
Right.
I actually worked at the Children's Hospital in Michigan in the past summer, and so that was like a really good experience that like made me realize that I really want to be in the hospital setting, and so I'm continuing with that track.
Okay, so you're the leader on the Amherst team that's undefeated. You're a chemistry major at Amherst who's going to college. So I'm guessing 3 hours of sleep a night?
Basically.
Well, hopefully you get a few more while you're here on break. Reeya Patel and Amherst, victorious in game number 1. Game number 2 coming up for the Mammoths tomorrow.